You see that face.
Breaking news. Derion Venice confessed where the body is at of the little 4-year-old Maleah.
As we all were. But
it's crazy. He took her all the way in the woods in Arkansas, people. This is crazy. They have not found the body yet, but they are searching.
To keep going on it as well. And we have been doing that since day one for a month straight here. But thank you everybody for being so interested in this little girl and letting us know you are. That helps us a bunch as we determine, what you want to see in a newscast or hear digitally.
And thank you so much for commenting on our Facebook page. So many people have left comments, and you certainly have opinions about this case. But a lot of you are asking questions, and you want to clarify stuff, and we appreciate that. We want to make sure we get you the right information. Crystal Martinez is asking, so is this search, is it specific near Hope, Arkansas, or is it on the way from Houston, Texas to Hope, Arkansas? Thanks for that question, Crystal. We right now, from our understanding, believe this search is happening around in Hope, Arkansas. It's a small town, but we know that the sheriff up there in Hempstead County, where Hope is located, says that several of his deputies are going up and down I-30 along the shoulder of the road looking for a black trash bag that contains the remains, the body.
And that body was in that trash bag.
In the area of Hope, Arkansas. That is where Derion Venice has revealed that he dumped her body.
Natasha Miller wrote in and said, he could be lying. He knew all along and now wants to confess a month later. You're right, Natasha. He may not be telling the truth. It was so specific, and it was to Quanell X
and not to investigate.
Yeah, in a jailhouse conversation. Right now, they're assuming he's telling the truth, but you're right. It could turn out to be that he's not. But the fact that he has revealed any location about a body, that's pretty darn close to a confession that he had something to do with her death, at least disposing of the body. He says it was an accident. We don't know if he means that she fell and
bullshit
had an accident and died, or that he accidentally caused her death. We don't know exactly. Quanell X was not that specific, but either way,
it's funny how Quanell X is the one
he dumped the body
that did what he did
himself, and
he's trying to be a hero now because
that would be a foolish thing to lie.
He owe people money. He want to look good.
This could turn out not to be true. We hope that a month later he's finally owning up to this and giving everyone the information that we also desperately want.
It's so sad to see a lot of your comments because it really does sort of solidify what everyone was thinking, but was hoping for a different outcome. That Maleah Davis is dead. That she had died. She likely died weeks ago, and this is just heartbreaking news for so many people. A lot of people commenting saying her parents failed her, CPS failed her daycare failed her. That so many people in her life failed her, and that is why her body was tossed on the side of the road. These are just really emotionally charged comments because this is an emotionally charged story. You see this little 4-year-old girl's face, and you would hate for anyone to have to go through this. What she has seen in her 4 years on this earth, it's something that has tugged at our heartstrings. And so we thank
that little girl suffered.
Thank you for helping us keep this in the headlines. Thank you for your concern, for your comments, for your questions, because so many people around the country were following this case of Maleah Davis.
And we're staying with you here this afternoon on all of our digital channels, not just Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Twitter as well, live here on our Facebook page, khou.com. And we're staying here this afternoon here in the newsroom watching all this, answering your questions. We're waiting and hoping that we'll get some information here soon out of Hempstead County, Arkansas, that has those 8 deputies drive along the side of Interstate 30 slowly along the shoulder looking for a black garbage bag that they're able to spot something and get us the information that they have found Maleah's body. So we're hoping to bring some closure to this afternoon. We don't know if we can, but that's what we're hoping for.
A lot of people also wondering why Hope, Arkansas. We still don't know the connection. If Derion Venice knows people in the area or has a connection in the area. Right now, what we are thinking about is the fact that he does have family in St. Louis. I believe he had a custody.
He has another child up there.
He has another child in St. Louis and had custody issues up there. So it's very likely that he has made that drive from Houston to St. Louis and gone through the Arkansas area. And so that this may be not a place that he necessarily has a connection to, but an area that he is familiar with. So that is why they're looking in the area.
You know, one thing we haven't talked about either is when Derion Venice gave authorities this story in early May or early this month, he talked about getting a flat tire on the way to Bush Airport, being assaulted, knocked out, the baby, Maleah kidnapped. He had a 1-year-old son with him as well. And he says he woke up the next day in Sugarland with the 1-year-old boy. He was watching that 1-year-old boy. Did that 1-year-old boy make that trip to Arkansas as well?
Yeah.
I mean,
yep.
if that's what he did and where he went.
Wow.
He dropped that baby off somewhere else.
We don't know, but we do know that he is not allowed to have, neither Derion Venice nor Brittany Bowens are allowed to have contact with that child, and then the second child as well. They are not allowed to contact those children, according to CPS and court documents. That they're no longer able to have that contact.
Let's bring in David Paul now, because a lot of you have been asking about the weather situation in Arkansas as they try to search. I know there's been some flooding issues in that state.
They've had a ton of rain.
Yeah.
How about around
in that area?
Around
yes,
Hope,
yes, in that area.
Really?
So I just looked at the national database of rainfall in Arkansas near Hope. Just over the past 30 days, they've had 10 to 20 inches of rain in that area. You go back another month and added another 10 to 15 inches of rain. So Hope, Arkansas sits in the watershed of the Red River. It's a very rural area. Looking at the map there's a creek just to the southwest of Hope, which apparently is where they're looking. Yes. Just southwest as you get to Hope.
Yeah. That map up.
So that's Highway 30, and I think I heard Jeremy say at Highway 278 near that area. So they have had right in that area. Now you can see how rural it is. There are a lot of lakes. There are a lot of little creeks. One creek in particular that runs nearby the area where they're searching is Bois d'Arc. Bois d'Arc Creek. Bois d'Arc. It's French. B-O-I-S. And it's a network of creeks, and that area is filled with little creeks and lakes, and if she's near the side of the road, that's going to be good in perhaps finding her. If it's further off the road, there's so many little creeks and streams. It's a little bit swampy, especially with all the rain they've had. I mean, certainly the ground could be very wet. Water in that creek has been way up over the past.
Let me pause it for a minute. Oh boy. This has been craziest case ever. And the saddest, if I say so myself. By the way, my name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. It's so sad. They failed her. That's not even my child. It's not my kid. No relation. Never seen her before into this case. But my heart hurts. Just because you don't know a person, that don't mean you can't feel for them. She was only 4 years old. This little girl has suffered, basically, her whole life. I just don't understand why people do things to little kids. I don't understand. Right now, they're talking about the wooded area in Arkansas where he may have dropped off the body. Right now, we know that she is, gone. But we never, ever since her face graced my TV screen, this is what everybody in the YouTube community has been talking about. This little girl, this little angel. I don't understand. Like, then you kill somebody else's kid. You leave yours. And like the reporter just said, the little boy was with his father. So did he see everything that happened in the house? He had to see. He had to be on scene. Let's see what this nigga got to say, because I'm still on his neck.
Mr. Vance, the stepfather of Maleah Davis, and we had a long conversation. We spoke about details surrounding Maleah's disappearance. We spoke about his relationship to Brittany. We spoke about his feelings about how he's been betrayed in the media. We talked about several things. But one thing he wanted to make clear to me was what happened to Maleah was an accident. He says it was an accident. And he confessed to me where he dumped her body. And so Texas Equity Research will be coordinating those efforts to find Maleah's remains. Detectives now have the information that they need, but he told me it was an accident. And he confessed to me, yes.
So what did he say happened?
I don't want to go into that.
What can you say at this time?
All I can say to you is that he told me it was an accident, that she is dead, and where he dumped her body.
And where's that?
It's in Arkansas.
It's in Arkansas.
Yes.
So what brought everybody here then specifically?
To talk about the coordinate, what happened, what took place, and what they needed to know.
Did something happen here?
No, just no, not at all. No.
Where in Arkansas?
I don't want to get off into that. Can't say right now. But he told me exactly where it is in Arkansas, that he dumped the body in Arkansas. And he was very specific with the amount of distance and time. And when I was able to leave and look at everything up on my phone, he was to the point on distance and time.
And when did he?
Does he have family there?
I have no clue.
How did he get there? Did he travel in a vehicle in the Nissan?
In a vehicle. It was in a car. He was in a car. He said that he pulled over in Arkansas, out of the car, walked off the side of the road, and dumped her body off the side of the road.
Did he say anything about Brittany? Did she know about this? Anything?
He didn't say anything like that to
Did
me.
he say what day she died?
I didn't go that far with him.
How were you able to get him to reveal this information?
Two men talking.
How were you able to get in during non-visitation hours?
Excuse me?
How were you able to get into the jail during non-visitation
People
hours?
visit all the time. And I was able to get in.
How long has she been in Arkansas?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about how long that she was there, but it was early on.
Did you ask him? All these people that searched, coordinated all these searches, all these efforts that were made, and he knew where she was the entire time. Why suddenly now?
All I can tell you is he told me where the body is and told me where he dumped her.
So you believe him,
or you think it's another crazy story?
No, I think it's the truth. I don't think he was lying to me. I think he was telling the truth. Many men have confessed these type of crimes to me, and involving children. And Texas Equity Research and I work together on similar situations like this. And the confession is always proven to be true.
Yeah.
Tim, what do you look?
I think it's true enough that I've got an airplane lined up at 3 o'clock.
That's the guy that has the search team, and he was talking on the news about everybody before, faking, acting like they were searching, but they just wanted clout.
I believe it's true. Myself, with the timeline and stuff, I believe that we're looking at. We don't want to get into too much detail, but hopefully.
Where are you going?
Well, we're not going to say where we're going in Arkansas. We're not going to say that. So.
Do you think you need a large proof for this, or are you confident that you was specific?
I don't think that we need to. I don't believe we need a lot of searchers. So we're going to jump in a airplane 3 o'clock, fly to Arkansas, and see if we can get her recovered.
And what makes you think?
You know, I've worked with Quanell for several cases before. I flew into Oklahoma on a case. He worked the Sylvester cases. He worked many cases. You know, everybody may not agree with all his methods, but when it comes to this, I'm going to tell you something. He has brought closure to many families. He's gotten stuff out of perpetrators that nobody else has been able to get, and I have all the faith in the world in him. And I think that's kind of why we suspended our search early on until more information came in. We've still been doing little things, and I just said yesterday I'm optimistic that the right information is going to come in and we'll bring this to a close. And right now I'm pretty optimistic that that's going to happen.
How soon will you be updating the public or the media once you get out there and find the details you need?
I think it'll be updated when we find Maleah's body in Arkansas.
3 o'clock, you said.
3
Are
o'clock.
you taking a private plane or what?
Taking a private plane.
You won't tell us what airport you're flying into or anything?
Space land in Rocher.
Flying out of there.
Yeah, where we had our command center the other day.
Oh, you're going to fly out of Rocher? You said it's a private flight, not a commercial flight?
Private flight.
Okay. Where are you flying to?
Arkansas.
I'm done. Thank you all.
He had family in St. Louis, so you go through Arkansas to get there.
I didn't know that.
It's the last known image of Maleah Davis, and next to her, the man who police believe had something to do with her disappearance. This was back on April 30th. It would be another 3 days before Derion Venice told police he and his stepdaughter were abducted by 2 Hispanic men on his way to Bush Intercontinental Airport. Vence says he woke up in a daze, noticed Maleah was missing, and struggled to make it to the hospital. On May 5th, the Amber Alert. Families started handing out flyers, and the very next day, EquiSearch started looking. On May 9th, Vence's missing car was found in a strip center parking lot near Highway 6. Suspicions now grew over Vence and his story. Community activist Quanell X started representing Maleah's mother, Brittany Bowens, and confirmed they too believe Vence had something to do with Maleah's disappearance. On May 11th, Vence was arrested, charged with tampering with a human corpse. At his May 13th court hearing, protesters demanded answers, not only from Vence, but from Bowens as well. Prosecutors say Vence has not been cooperative, and as of the 29th, Quanell X says he believes Maleah's mother also knows more than she's letting on. In 30 days, the search has spread from across city and county lines. Rewards have increased, and investigators say they need all the tips and help they can get.
All right, welcome back, everybody. You've been watching here the timeline of this case just to get you caught up to speed. And you can see it started back on April 30th, so it's been a month.
I'm going to just say this because I feel like it's extra to this story that we ain't get heard yet. He goes into the jail and gets a confession. He goes into the jail and gets a confession, and that man don't have his lawyer there. Oh, we get to visit. Everybody gets to visit. They asked him how many times. They asked him, how did you get to visit him? He says, anybody can go visit. Is there something nerve-wracking about Quanell that I don't like? Like I said, I've been said it, I don't like him. I still don't like him. I just, oh my God, yo. This little girl has suffered so much for so long. And it was only 4 years of her young life, yo. And then all you gonna say is you picked up a bag and put it on the side of the road like she was trash. Like, and it's not even your kid. Oh my God, though. Oh man, yo. I still want to fuck up the mother, though. I still want to punch her in the goddamn throat Because if you would have never left your child with that man that you knew was abusing your kid, none of this would be happening right now. That little girl would be alive right now. And I feel like, I'm sorry, but I feel like she should go to jail right with her man that likes men. And I don't believe that neither. I'm sorry. Because like I said, none of those text messages dropped. Now I went from sad, now I'm getting angry. I can't. You knew he was sending pictures. So what else was he doing? A little girl in the house with him. What was he doing with the little girl? He was bathing her. What else was he doing with her? Like, I cannot. I believe he killed Maleah because Maleah was going to tell horrible stories about him. He was afraid that Maleah was going to tell on him. And that's why he killed her. And the mother, you may have not been there for the actual murdering of your kid, but you are more guilty than your man. This person that you want to lay up with. Because he ain't a good looker. So I don't even understand what the fuck was going on with that situation. But who am I to judge what your eyes see? And what your heart feel? All I'm going to say is, God do not like ugly. And karma knows where everybody lives at. She got everybody address. So what comes around, sure fucking enough, comes back around. I don't care how long it take. See, one thing about karma is karma wait for you to forget about what you did. Karma wait till the guilt go away. Karma sneak up on you like a thief in the night and make you snatch your life. Everybody that could have helped and had interaction with this little girl, y'all not gonna rest easy. I'm feeling some type of way. I want to fuck you up. Yo, I can't, yo. I can't. I just don't understand. If you do not want your kid, you can always this drop them off in this at a shelter or ask somebody to help you, or I don't understand. I really just don't understand. If you don't care for your kid, someone else will. Trust and believe that. Because you didn't want her. You couldn't have. There's no way you left her with a monster. You left her with a monster and he killed your baby. It's no way. And now y'all can't even get in contact with the other kids. So basically you don't have none of your kids right now. No, send that bitch to jail, B. She gotta go to jail. I feel like both of them should do 25 to life apiece. And I don't mean be paroled in 10 or 15. I feel like both of them should do the full 25. It's too much evidence there for them to not do the full 25. And I don't mean, oh, we're going to let them out with parole. And nah, fuck that. It should be no mercy. They didn't spare that little girl no mercy. Why should we, as grown people, they knew what they was doing to that little girl. They should not be spared no mercy. I feel like they should get 25 to 30 years. They should get 25 to life in jail and serve that shit full. And full term. Full term. Straight up. Because right now, they don't need to even negotiate. I couldn't be a judge on this case. It wouldn't even have to go to trial. I'm sending out a warrant for the mother and everything. There's no way in the world I would have been, she would have been locked up if I was a judge. The mother would have been locked up when she went to court to find out what the fuck was going on. Nobody would have had to get her in the parking lot. Nobody would have had to follow her to the elevator chanting for her, because guess what? She would have been locked up on scene. On scene. She would have been locked up. She deserved to be locked up. I'm going to take a breather because my heart hurt. My brain hurt. Everything just hurts. So, I'm going to take a breather. They said they're going to fly out there. It's just crazy. And Quanell, you thought she was doing a good deed because them other women is on your neck. You still owe them other women. How is it that you not representing her no more, but yet you go and do a visit and all this crazy shit? You a clout chasing ass nigga. You looking for clout. And the only way you was able to turn your fucking name around because we was dogging you in these YouTube streets. And we gonna continue to dog you in these YouTube streets until you give everybody back their fucking money that you did not help. Yeah, that white man stood next to you, but let me tell you something. He know more. He know what the hell's going on. He know what's going on. He hear everything about what you've been doing to them other women. He spoke on behalf of you in this case because he was standing next to you. But let them get him in the room alone and find out what else you've been fucking doing behind the scenes and watch him flip a coin. And he ain't gonna worry about you. He gonna serve you up to the wolves. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe it. Because the hesitation in his voice, well, I've worked with him on a couple of other cases and I don't care what they say. Yeah, that just shows me you know exactly what's going on. We in New York, we know what's going on. All the way in Houston. It just baffles my mind. We're going to stay on your neck. I don't care what confessions you went and got. I don't care if you feel you just want to solve this case for it can make your name look good and you can get more motherfucking clout. You're standing there acting like you're crying like Maleah's mother. You what the fuck? You got that shit from Britney? Standing there acting like you crying. Let me rub my eyes. I'm gonna make them a little red and act like I'm crying too. Nigga, please. Karma coming for you too, nigga. Because yeah, you solved this one case. Everybody can be a hero when it's time to be. So please, yeah, you may have went and got this confession, and I'm still finicky on how you did that without his lawyer being there. But it's all good, because it's gonna hit the fan. Because what you think is done in the dark, sure enough, come to light, and we're gonna put a microscope on that shit. Like I said, I'm gonna take a break. My name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll hit you back. Hit me in the comments, people. Today is just a sad day. It's been a sad day since this girl has been missing. And it's still a sad day. I don't understand, yo. A whole month later. It baffles my mind. And all of a sudden, you go in there and talk to him a whole month later. And now all of a sudden, he want to talk to you man to man. Neither one of y'all. Both of y'all niggas is pussy. Man to man. Anyway, YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Man to man. Like, share, and subscribe. They funny. There's some clowns, yo. Some clout chasing ass niggas out here. Oh, God. I can't. Yo, this case is driving me crazy. It's not, it's the sad, it's emotional, and I'm not understanding. I wish I was in Texas. I would be out there looking for the little girl right now. I would go to Arkansas and look for the little girl right now. I'm not understanding, yo. I'm not understanding. But like I said, my name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, subscribe. Hit me in the comments so we can discuss this. I'll be back later on with more information. Later, YouTube.